What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK. I have a special episode today, and this is also going to be a new series that I'm going to title All Empathy Aside. I got special guests. I call them the double-headed Monroe Monsters. None other than your favorite podcast that you about to become fans of, the Acquired Nuts.
The best podcast you never heard of.
That's your favorite podcast, favorite podcast.
The podcast that got your uncle and your auntie together. That's what we doing.
And separate.
Let me give myself a drink, man, so y'all line up already. So,
The budget is set.
Hold on, Mario tripping. Hold up.
I gotta take a shot, right?
Yeah, you gotta take a shot.
All right, let me take a shot.
Drink second.
Don't pour me one. Don't pour a lot though.
I'm gonna pour a lot.
Are we doing another one?
Yeah, we gonna do another one.
All right.
You can pour me more than that, bro. You trying to make me seem like I'm,
Y'all starting out.
Okay. Nah, man, this is what we do.
What's up with that shot glass? It's a little Confederate, ain't it?
Hey, bro.
Man, it's
Confederate.
Tell them what kind of flag that is. It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be the Puerto Rican.
But it looked like the Make America Great Again. Hey, man.
Hey, man. Salute. Salute.
All right. I want to start off with the first question. And I want to let y'all know that my name is Joshua Henderson, and you will remember my name.
Joshua.
It's hilarious, bro.
All right, so my guests there, the Acquired Nuts podcast, they've been a dope podcast. They're from Monroe, and I got special questions to ask y'all, bro.
Yeah, man.
So we're going to start it off in Monroe, where y'all both originally from, right?
Yep.
All right, so first question right off the bat, how did y'all meet each other, and how did this friendship and bond build?
Me and Jay, we've been friendship adjacent damn near our entire life.
Yeah, we have friends of friends.
Yeah, the city is so small.
Literally.
We actually met working at Walmart.
Yeah, we were working at Walmart, and then like
Jay was
I worked in the pharmacy.
so he was inside. I was outside. I picked the cotton.
Yeah, they put the good looking niggas inside. They tell y'all get y'all stupid ass out there with them carts.
I wasn't pushing carts, but I just wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met at Walmart, man.
We were 18, fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
Damn.
So we've been that's 20 years ago.
We rocking.
But what? So he was fucking the bitch that I wanted to fuck. Let's just get that out of the way, cuz. Hey man, let's tell the truth, dog.
Hey man, my wife
It's a
right
part of
there.
it, dog. So he was fucking the young woman that I wanted to fuck. And I ain't
See
like
how
it.
he changed it
Yeah,
up?
yeah, I ain't like it. So I really tried to set him up.
Sabotage.
And then I found out that he wasn't, you can't set that nigga up, dog. You can't set him up. That nigga's unset-upable. I was like, oh, okay, I fuck with that nigga, dog. Yeah, so.
Bro, we had so much in common that it was just like, it was kind of like stepbrothers when they realized they were cool.
Right.
It was
So,
kind of
yeah,
like that.
it's so many activities, dog.
Yeah, bro.
We did so many activities.
Hey, can we make a bunk bed? Can we put our beds together?
Yeah. All right.
In Walmart.
Yeah.
Man.
So we got in trouble together. Shit, anytime, like some shit came up missing,
Right.
it was the dude in the pharmacy and the dude that stocked the meat. They got something to do with it.
Yeah.
If a Madden,
Oh man, we got stores for days.
Yeah,
I have a million Walmart stores.
if we walk around and ate chicken wings without paying for them,
It's a rite of passage.
right?
Hey man, I just want to tell you, if you work at Walmart, this is the camera I'm in. Hey, if you work at Walmart, you should never be hungry.
At all.
Ever.
I used to fuck them turtles, the chocolate. And they look like, matter of fact, I got set up one time
Go
because
ahead.
they look like
Snitch on
Magnum
yourself.
wrapper paper.
Oh, you thought.
I was eating a turtle, dog, and I had put the paper on the table, and my old lady thought I was fucking around. She was like, what kind of wrapper is this? What bitch you been fucking? Like, baby, I've been fucking up them
Hershey's.
Hey, them turtles good as shit, though.
Hey,
Turtles, chicken wings, potato wedges.
so I worked on the
They on the
grocery side.
house.
I worked on the grocery side, bro, and I used to like, trucks will come, cold truck will come. That's like all your ice cream, frozen goods or whatever. I pull it. Oh man, it's some Ben and Jerry's right here, bro. That's how, hey man, that's how you live. Stop going. Hey, stop starving if you work at Walmart, man.
It is all on the house.
It's
on the house, dog. It's complimentary.
Is this the Walmart on 20?
No, it's yeah.
Right,
what is that?
It's a Walmart you get shot up in.
Yeah, they used to call that shit the Rock. Remember, like the movie? There's a lot of stolen goods in there.
That Walmart smell like weed. Yeah, you might find a meth fucking syringe.
You know how they don't drug test right now because of the lack of bodies for jobs.
Yeah. Thriving right now.
Yeah, they didn't drug test even back then.
Yeah, they don't want no use.
Yeah.
So this is Monroe. For those that are not from Monroe, it's a small city, but for some reason they have a divide as in West Monroe and you got your regular Monroe. I've been asking questions even when I've done I did a Pokemon video where I went to Monroe to look for Pokemon cards. I posed a question in there as I went to every single store in the city of Monroe. I was like, can someone tell me what the whole beef between West Monroe and Monroe is? And I can never get a clear answer. So now that I got y'all here, can we get some clarity on what the whole beef is?
It's really not a beef. Much is racial tension.
Oh yeah, that was okay.
It's not a beef. Like West Monroe is more like
racial history.
Yeah. You know what I'm
saying? That was clan country.
Yeah, for us.
Clan country.
But at the end, I really thought the same. But my god brother, his family is from that side of town, so I was all up and down West Monroe streets, and I found out, oh, it's a hood over here. But you don't really think it is because it's West Monroe football team known nationwide. A few times they were ranked in the nation, right?
Yeah, they were like number 1, number 2 in the nation.
No, West Monroe High School.
Okay, high school.
You remember what was the school? The Oil Town, Perryman and from Friday Night Lights.
Right.
Yeah, they brought their ass to West Monroe. West Monroe drugged their ass. Like West Monroe, Don Shiles, I don't know if he's still alive, but when we were kids, like West Monroe was the perennial powerhouse. It wasn't too many schools that was gonna beat West Monroe.
Well, now, so when we were kids, West Monroe used to suck. West Monroe got good like 95, 97.
But we were still kids though.
But we but we remember when they sucked. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Like now, nobody remembers when West Monroe sucked. We remember when they used to suck. But it was just it's racial tension.
It's not as much as beef, because a lot of
the history that that side had.
Exactly.
I would say I felt that because I had I went to a restaurant there, and I forgot what it was called. I think it was, but I don't know. I know it started with Cotton something.
See, that's your first fuck up, man. Don't
I was there for assignment. I was there working, trying to network, and
take your ass over there
eating at the cotton store, the cotton factory.
Restaurant, right? And you go in that fucking restaurant, and they got photos of like cotton fields. And I'm in that restaurant uncomfortable as fuck, but I got to put on a smile.
Instead of like peppermint to take in the jar, is cotton. You take some of this cotton back with you. White gold. Take some white gold.
A whip still got a little dried up blood on the counter. They think that shit cute.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because it's just like, it's still racial as fuck. Like it's still, like West Monroe's, the high school logo was a Confederate flag.
Confederate flag. It was nothing.
It was
to see a truck driving down the street.
100 trucks
with
Confederate flags on that.
I remember going to like football games and at certain times when it was like good football games, because I really didn't mess around in West Monroe like that back then, but it would be like a highway full of Confederate flags.
Hundreds of white boys with no shirts on and just boots.
Yeah, I could sense that. I could sense that because I would because when I was out there for like the whole month of December 2019, I was out there the whole month, and I was on the Monroe side, on the West Monroe side. West Monroe side had like the majority of the better restaurants. So I had to go there.
See, that's new too. That West Monroe used to be shit. There wasn't nothing over there.
It smelled like shit over there.
It's a paper mill.
So what is it with this paper mill? Why is this?
It's a mill that creates paper.
So they told me, oh, West Monroe's better and this and that, but at night it ain't better.
It's not by a long shot.
West Monroe ain't shit. You still ain't shit, West Monroe.
West
I'm
Monroe.
looking in the camera. West Monroe,
Big
watch
facts.
it. You still ain't a motherfucking thing.
Hey, you a Cowboy fan, right?
Correct.
Remember Brady James, linebacker?
A little bit. The Romo era.
He went to West Monroe.
Okay.
But he went to the high school. I went to
He
Wiseman.
from the hood.
Shout out to the Dub. Shout out to Wiseman. We're going to put that shit on camera. Yeah. South Side. But he went to Wiseman. He got recruited to come West Monroe. And see, that's what they do. West Monroe recruits like some of our best players from the hood. Hey, we'll give your family a job at this plant, the paper mill. Come over here, you make this money. You come from a lower income family that live in the hood. You give them a job where they get paid $20 an hour. You know, it's a lot of money in that little ass city. Give you a crib. Your son got to play football. That's what happened. That was Brady James. Brady in high school was fucking amazing. He played basketball, football, ran track, baseball, whatever. This dude's amazing, bro. Yeah. One of the most amazing athletes I had ever seen with my own two eyes. But he went there, you know what I'm saying? So.
And you could tell the difference between the two sides, because when I was out there, I needed a hoop, right? I can't go without playing basketball for a good period of time.
It was like, where should I go?
Where should I go? So I go to every single recreation center, right? And I'm Googling this shit, right? I try to look up any place that's available. Go to West Monroe. It's close.
West Monroe gonna play? You went there?
Is it at ULM?
No.
Well, I guess I foreshadowed, but I ended up getting to ULM where the actual rec was actually open there. But
it's different for us because it was not open.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be in Monroe for such a long time, so I bought a membership there, and but I got to be in that college area. But I went in on the Monroe side, ended up going to the south side of Monroe. Bro, I think that's what it. But I went to a rec down there, and for anyone that hoops and you go to recs, I've never seen this shit. But I go inside. The court, the hardwood condition ain't good, right? So you're gonna be slipping, so you're gonna have to come up with a different way to score. But you got your regular basket, and on top of the basket, you got a mini basket, and barbed wire and rusty ass shit. I'm like, who?
That's how you get your shot bet over
there.
You got
the Monroe thing, or is it just that rec specifically? Like, I wish I had the photo for y'all.
It depends where you went. If it was because you gotta think about it. Monroe
school.
No, so he talking about Carroll. He talking about on the east side. You talking about Carroll.
Okay.
Is the school right across the street from it?
No, it's attached to a school.
Probably one of them elementary schools.
So you go in and take a left, and you go in both courts on the end. They have your regular court, and on top of it, they have another rim, but it's surrounded with like some witchcraft shit and all this.
I don't like how you just said it was witchcraft shit.
If I was in the Blair Witch Project,
it was brick dust at the door.
Yeah.
If I was on the Blair Witch Project and I saw like a rim hanging off a tree, that's what it reminded me of. Like,
so it's a lot of spots though. Like when you hit me up, he hit me up. He's like, where can I go hoop? I told him you can go to Benoit, but I don't know how it is. You know, back in the day, Benoit was like, hey,
that was a hot spot.
Hey, you gotta play your way on to the court. Like you gotta be known.
Matter of fact, you can call winner. They don't respect your winner over.
Yeah, no,
they ain't
at all.
Your winner.
That's the south side.
They didn't. Even where I was at.
So then I told him Saul Adler. You know, Saul Adler was a little bit more tame. So they got a list. You write your name on the list. Yeah, it's way more safe. Write your name on the list. Hey, this person got next. Even if it's an argument on the court, dude come out of the little office to be like, hey
man, y'all shut up, bro.
Hey, Mario has next. Like that's how that shit would be. You know what I'm saying? So that it was different. Back in the day, like if you weren't from there or nobody knew you or nobody, you ain't not getting on the court, bro.
I was a sore thumb as soon as I walked in that building. I walked in and they're just like,
you Hispanic, bro.
Yeah, and I had like the LeBron 17s and shit, or 16s on. I was like, oh, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like,
you was the Hispanic community. Like it was just you.
And whoever was building a new restaurant. Like literally, bro. I when I first moved to Dallas, and you can attest to this. Like when I first moved to Dallas, I told you, like, bro, this is a real life
culture shock.
Yeah. When I first moved out here, you know what I'm saying? Hispanic people, Asian people, Jamaican people, African people. The melting pot was that melting pot that they speak of in school really made sense to me when I moved to Texas.
I'm a fairly smart dude. Like I ain't dumb, I ain't brilliant. I'm in the middle. Like you
hey, don't sell yourself short, bro.
No. I'm in the middle, bro.
You kind of you in the top percentile.
No, well,
the niggas with
I
dreads.
appreciate that. Thank you. But what I'm saying is, so like my wife is Hispanic, and so when I first met her, bro, I'm just dating this little light skinned chick from goddamn. So she was like, I'm from Central America. I'm like, oh, okay, bitch, you from Chicago. That's cool. Like
you from Middle America?
Yeah.
Middle of America?
Facts,
you from Ohio?
Yeah, this bitch from goddamn
Nebraska.
Yeah, somewhere Colorado somewhere.
Man.
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I visited a couple of spots. So when she was like Central, yes, it's between South and North America or Central America. I'm like, man, get your stupid ass out of here, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely a culture.
Yeah. So I ain't
Central America, like Chicago.
Yeah. So when we growing up, the continents, all they teaching us is North America, South America. Right. But they teach her North America, Central America, South America. Mm-hmm. Like they add an extra continent. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, get your dumb. What the fuck is going on, man?
An extra continent.
Yeah, it's an extra continent, dog. So, but it's just I was messing around with a chick who was from she was Brazilian, mm-hmm. and I called her like, hey man, happy Cinco de Mayo. She like, nigga, I don't celebrate that shit. The fuck wrong with you? I'm like, huh? Ain't you Mexican? She's like, no, I'm not Mexican.
I'm horrible at geography. Don't ask me shit about geography at all.
But that's when you learn, like, when I moved out here, that's when you learn, like, because we just think everything Mexican.
Yeah.
It's all Mexican. That's, he speaks Spanish, he speaks Mexican. Right. So then you learn, like, dancing. Oh, man, bro, that shit, it fucked me up. It still fucked me up.
Yeah, you got certain countries out there that don't even like each other, and it's like we're all same nationality, Hispanic, right?
Exactly.
When I learned the Haitian,
so it's kind of like O-Block. They don't fuck with 63rd. I don't know who those Chicago. I don't know. Right. It's kind of like that.
Nobody in Chicago fucks with anybody.
Yeah. No, Chicago don't fuck with Chicago. But
Baton Rouge don't fuck with Baton Rouge either.
At all, bro. It's like that everywhere. But I learned like the Haitian-Dominican conflict. That's when you learn like Mexican and Peruvian. Then you learn like, oh, Puerto Rican is different. You like, bro, it's a lot. So it opened me up, man. I started eating different foods, like eating like real enchiladas. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking Taco Bell is it, dog.
Yeah, you
know what I'm saying?
Like, enchiladas are different.
Bro, my first pupusa nigga fucked me up, man.
Hey, real talk.
I eat, nigga. I search for this. Lady has an empanada truck. I look for it, dog.
Walk her down.
Hey man, I need that fresh.
I swear to God,
empanada, fam, bro.
When I was working at that company we shall not name.
Yeah, you don't speak up.
But if y'all gonna send us some free shoes, Locker Inc. Locker Inc. If y'all gonna send us some free shoes, then I'll mention y'all. But one of my homies, he brought like real fajitas. And I was like, he was like, y'all, I don't eat nobody food. Right. At all. He was like, I'm working a bullet. A bullet is open to close. Say, yo, my pops made some, back there if you want to try it. Right. Okay, cool. All right. Day went by. I'm hungry as fuck. I went and tried it. I was like, what the fuck is in this meat? Right. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, bro. This ain't the meat we used to. Pause.
No, fajita meat is different, bro. Like you get so much flavor at just one goddamn bite, and it's so tender. It's like I gotta keep getting more and more. You lose track of how much you.
Me and him went to it's a place called the Azteca. It's a Hispanic meat market. Yep. And so we went and they got like 50 yards of just meat.
It was so much meat I was embarrassed.
Bro, I seen like when you see like raw like what's the menudo. There, man, you see the intestines of the pork.
Have you tried menudo?
Oh, of course. And when I'm hungover, my old lady makes some menudo, dog. And it shake me out of there. I love menudo, bro. Right. You could never get me if she had to make me eat it. She was like, just eat it. Right. Well, her mama made it. Just eat it. I'm like, what is it? Don't worry about it. Just eat it first.
What is it, like chitlins?
It's pig intestines, but it looked like honeycombs. So first the texture fuck you up, then the name fuck you up.
So you trying to tell me when you cut open a pig,
it look like a little honeycomb. It ain't chitlins. It look like a honeycomb in there.
It's again, it's more. A lot of Mexican food is just flavor.
Yeah.
You get hit with just a crazy amount of flavor, and that's get addicted.
That's like really the only food that I will eat that strictly flavor. Mexican food,
yeah, Hispanic food. And
that's
why I say, bro,
you taste everything.
Not Mexican, but Hispanic, Latin, and Black people, bro, we have so much in common, dog, because we made sugar out of shit.
What about what do white people make?
Hey man, that's just a whole lot of
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
White people made
when white see, the thing about white people's dishes, like you don't know whether to cut them shits or scoop them. And that shit always confuse me.
Oh man, when a white lady brings a casserole to the potluck, don't eat that shit, dog.
It look like you gotta add something to it, or it gotta cook longer.
Like, hey man, what the fuck is this?
Is this moving? Why is it moving?
You got a cat?
The cat.
Got a cat. You gotta. I'm not eating that shit, dog.
All right, so I can move on from the whole Monroe questions. Just wanted to show the people a little background, right? But
that was a warm up.
Yeah, that was a warm up. That was a warm up. So
Menudo, Monroe.
Menudo, Monroe.
What the fuck is up?
Double-headed Monroe monsters. That's what I'm gonna call them.
Yeah.
So,
got me some shirts.
So y'all started. When did y'all start this podcast? Like officially? What year?
We
like 2015, man.
2014.
I had files from 2015.
It was 2014, 2015.
All right, so then
podcast wasn't even popping like that.
No, it wasn't.
We started and it was like life kind of hit and we kind of stopped.
Right. The inconsistency.
Yeah.
There was a lot of we were consistent for.
I think y'all started it, and then my crew at the time, Podcast in the Crew, we tried to do some, and then we just fucking fell off the planet. But shout out Dave and John. They know what's up.
Consistency, dog. That's all it's about.
Yeah.
But y'all been able to make that transition from audio to video now, and to me, I think it's an amazing look because y'all have a different style of chemistry. Y'all have a how would I say, a more slower delivery, but y'all don't waste words. To me.
Oh man,
I like the way you said it. Say it one more time.
Y'all have a slower delivery, but y'all don't waste words.
He said we smart, retarded kids. I like that shit.
Because you have a podcast where it's just like one thing. Yeah. Y'all just allow the podcast to come to you. You don't come after it.
You gotta let it simmer.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta let it simmer.
Comedy.
The food better on low than when you make it on high.
And again, I guess having the background and the roots that y'all have going back to Monroe, y'all's chemistry is amazing, right? You can't get that shit every day in majority of.
That is it. That's what you have to have.
Right.
You can't just walk across the street and the dope dude across the street is cool and y'all put it together and y'all make a podcast. Right. Like if you look at, and I love both of these brothers, Lupe and Royce to 5'9", they tried to do that. And then, it was a dope podcast, but you see how that ended.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to have that chemistry, bro.
See, this is my brother though. Like you can't choose family, you choose your friend. This is my brother. So if like me and him, me and him have argued. Me and him we've been in fights, not with each other, but with other. We've been in every type of situation. So it's just like we've grown so much. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to roast people all the time. Like when I got tired of roasting them, Reggie gonna finish him off, and then Reggie get tired, I pick him back up. So we had a very similar type style. Like, you know what I'm saying? So on camera, what y'all see, man, that's really like 40% of what you can get, because we really pull it back because it's just we can't say everything that we not used to saying, but we grown to, like I said, man, we met when we've been friends for 20 years, man.
No, we was kids.
We've been friends for 20 years, dog. Like we've seen each other grow, we've seen each other fuck up. Like he's seen me married, divorced, remarried, got kids. You know what I'm saying? When his first daughter, his first baby, he was out of town. I took his old lady to the hospital. My nigga, he called me like, hey man, I'm on the way. I was like, bro, whatever you need, just let me know. He like, hey man, I
What
just
I
need some
wanted.
Chipotle.
Hey,
give me
just
some
moved to
Chipotle.
Texas, bro. Hey, bring me some Chipotle.
Nigga, I go drop his old lady off at the hospital, run across town, go get the Chipotle, bring it to the. So that's the type of shit that we've been around. You know what I'm saying? We like my mama was his mama. My mama passed away, moved on. His brother was my brother. Same situation. So, man, bro, we been in we family.
Right.
So like the pod is just like when people say, hey man, my dream is really just like I've heard Joe Budden say, like, my dream is to really just talk shit with my friends and make money. Like that's it, bro. We just talking shit.
Right.
We don't rehearse that shit. We probably be like, hey man, what you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Or this
on
one
a Wednesday. We record on a Friday. I text him. I can pull my phone like, hey, what we talking about this week?
Right.
But it's
and I shoot that nigga 2 topics, and we probably won't even talk about them topics.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't, bro. Exactly. We just turn the camera on, nigga, get drunk and just talk shit.
Yeah.
So it's just when you say the chemistry is amazing, bro, that's 20 years of just.
And we still say we rusty, like.
Man, bro, we still in preseason.
Yeah,
we still in preseason.
We haven't even.
Y'all are what so y'all taking the audio podcast to visual now.
Right.
So how's that transition been for y'all? Because, I mean, because me and Dave and those that listen through the audios is one thing, right. But now seeing y'all in person and being how y'all actually are, right. It just gives them a bigger invitation to who y'all are. Right. So how's it been for y'all to talk in front of the camera? Because this shit is not easy, right?
Oh yeah, bro.
It's not easy, but now 11 episodes in, how would y'all say y'all have gone from episode 1 to episode 11?
When you started from audio. When it's bearing your soul in front of a camera, or this shit is gonna live forever. Right. These bad takes, the fucked up shit we say is gonna live forever.
All the wrong, they gonna be like somebody gonna get them wrong. Just a highlight of wrong shit to our kids. and this, your dad is a dumbass. I got a 2-hour VHS tape, a CD. I got a 2-hour USB, and your dad is just being an idiot. Here it is at your wedding.
You gotta not care. Like, it's a difference between like trying to be informative and informing people.
I don't give a shit about informing people. Fuck y'all.
Exactly.
I don't fuck about y'all. I'm gonna say it. I don't give a shit. We do this because we want to. Did you like it?
Yeah, hey, like it, love it.
Love it.
What we had said on we was talking about, hey, bring on the hate. We waiting for the hate. I don't want the hate, bro.
But you say that when it come, it's gonna come.
It's gonna sting.
Oh, nigga, that shit gonna hurt.
Hey, look what they said.
That shit gonna hurt.
Motherfucker said I look like an off-brand Joe Budden. Fuck is wrong with you niggas?
Yeah, man. So bro. But that's we've developed a thick skin just how we grew up. Cause when we grew up, nigga, roasting. If you couldn't roast, you couldn't say nothing to nobody.
Exactly.
And we was known for roasting niggas. So and then we were known for just all other type of shit. So it just, but to me, what I see, like the funny part, he's a lot more reserved on camera. Cause on audio, bro,
I don't want nobody that's talking to me. Hey, you get some of that shit man, you gotta say.
Bro, that nigga on my ass on audio, dog, but on camera, he like, hey, you know what? I disagree. But on audio, he like, man, you a fucking idiot, dog. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Hey, man.
Hey, get out of here with your stupid ass, nigga. Your stupid ass, nigga. I'm like,
man.
But when you see yourself, you like, damn, nigga.
You can't see a voice.
Right. But when you see the face, you're like, okay, let me pull it back. So that's the fun. That's been the interesting part for me, is just seeing us like we still talk the same shit, but it's just a lot less of. Because I remember one time, before we transitioned to the video, we were arguing about Chris Brown being in the top 5, and I told him, like, I was sipping some wine. I was like, bro, I will pour this wine all over you.
Bro, we had
top 5 or he is top 5?
Nah, he said not. I said he is. Like, as far as like entertain, when we ain't gonna get into this shit, bro. Because then you about to start some shit. I see what you trying to do. I know what you're doing, bro. It ain't gonna work.
Smoke. Hey, bro. But it's just funny, man. Seeing like.
The transition to visual versus audio is just basically, if you were doing the video, you're comfortable. And now just the audio, the visual, if you were doing the audio, you were comfortable. Doing the visual is just basically putting a face to the bad outtakes.
I'm a lot more uglier than I thought I was. Man. A lot uglier than I thought I was. I thought I was handsome. Yeah. See myself on video like, hey man, it's a lot of work.
Hey, you got some shit you gotta work on.
You got some blind spots. You really got a face for SoundCloud.
But if y'all bring the drummer to them fucking comments about
drummer will be brought back.
Yeah,
they got hit back. Boy, what
Tom Poe?
He told Tom, hey, boys brick don't hit back.
Brick don't hit back.
Brick don't hit back. I hit back. So, but it's just like, damn, like, bro, you know.
I love the visual. This, we talked about this shit for so long. It's like content is it. Like years ago,
it took us 3 hours to get that shit right.
Content is it, bro. Like the world we live in has changed. Like it used to be go to school, get an education, get a job. Then it turned to like go to school, get an education, do what you love. Then it was like, hey, play sports, do this, do that. Now it's like it's kids who have YouTube channels who make millions of dollars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So content is like it's one of those things when people talk about the stock market, right? And you don't want to miss this or you don't want to miss that. I've been preaching like content forever. When the way the podcast started, one day came to Jay, I was like, hey, we need to just start a YouTube channel, bro, and just do like vlogs. He said, yo, let's do a podcast. At the time, I was like, okay, but it was like one Epstein. That's with your boy and them. It was Comeback Jack. It wasn't a lot of podcasts out there. It wasn't a lot of urban podcasts out there when we started, right?
Do you remember our first episode that we ever did?
Man, that shit was like 3 hours long.
I remember. I remember. The topic was...
We never laughed this hard in our life.
The topic was side chick commandments. That was our first ever episode. We did a whole commandments.
Y'all need to bring that back for the visual.
We run that back. I still got the notes. It was 6.
Right here, you heard it here. They got to bring that back.
Run that back.
We got to bring it back. Do it one more time for the visual.
I got you. We might do that. I might just read them off. But we had a side chick commandments episode. That was our first. And my wife was right there. That's how dumb it was. My old lady, she was just right there like, okay.
And then that's another thing. If you doing this and you have a significant other, whether it's girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, whatever you got, man, hey, you have to they gotta be understanding. Like some of these nights, like when we come over here and record, it's like
we talk a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, and not even that. Like it's just the time. You know,
we talk a lot of shit.
We might be over here at what time? We started at 6, might not lead to 11, 12, right? So, but at the end of the day, it's just like, it's going to pay off. Like I always tell you, bro, shout out to you
TGK,
for getting monetized,
man. For sure, bro. For sure, man.
Shout out to you. Because you've been working hard for it.
No, and everything y'all saying, it's hard to relate to people more now when it comes to like the content aspect because I've been doing this for 5 years trying to get videos off. 400. I didn't even know it was 418 videos.
You got a lot, bro.
But I saw that shit. I was like, damn.
How many do you have? How many have? So the 400, the number that's been uploaded is uploaded, but how many didn't get uploaded?
Yeah, facts.
If you uploaded everything, what would you be?
If I upload everything, I'll probably be at like 475. Yeah, for sure.
How many uploaded right now?
418. But there's been certain videos that I've shot, edited the fuck out of it, and we got to the end, and I was just like, can't. Or the person I shot it with was like, it just wasn't right for me. And so for me, it's like it's humbling as fuck. It's like, all right, and either my editing skills ain't there yet, or the way I fucking try to go about it wasn't right.
But you always gotta look at that's learning. You're learning. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I would say?
It's all necessary.
Yeah, you know what I would say changed my entire aspect of YouTube and putting out what I want to put out is when I was doing the Cowboys videos.
Yeah, right.
When I was doing that, I was getting so much shit for it that at that point I was like, if this is the worst comments I could get, I'm good. Yeah. So then after that, I was like, I don't even have to shoot Cowboys content.
But see, after a while, like when I met you when you were like younger, and you were one of those diehard Cowboys fans, like, hey, this the year, Cowboys fans be like,
yeah, you know how we be.
But then it got to a point where I couldn't even argue with him no more because he was like, hey, This suck, this suck, this suck.
Right.
We got, why is he doing this? So, and I can understand why you got to hate. You know what I'm saying? But that's part of content, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, being truthful, like, if you can be truthful in front of a camera
It's
or
not
just,
popular.
yeah.
Not popular.
But it is popular. It's popular, it's unpopularly popular.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
No, that's a fucking great point because I was getting a lot of views from the cowboy shit. But the thing is, I don't want to do it for the views, and I also don't want to be typecast into just making one style of content. And I know that's like I said in that one post, it's against the way I did it was against everything that they say to do monetization to maximize it. Yeah. But I was like, anything I do while I'm fucking alive, like I want to do it the way I want to do it.
And when I was doing comedy, bro, I had my style of comedy, I had my jokes, and my jokes I thought were brilliant. And then when I do them, and somebody's like, "Hey man, we'll pay you $3,000 for the month, but we just need you to take out them 2 jokes. Can you take them out?" Can't do it. Right. Can't do it. Cause if you take it's like a bully. Like a bully when a bully say, "Hey, give me your money," and you like, "Hey man, here go my dollar." A bully don't go, "Hey man, thanks for this dollar, bro. This is really the last dollar I ever asked you for. I just really wanted $1."
Hey, tomorrow,
it's gonna
bring
be $2.
$2.
Yeah. So for me, it was just like, hey man, if I can't do me, I'll be broke doing me.
Hey,
I'm fine with being broke doing, but I can't be rich doing you.
Hey,
right.
hey, big,
I feel that shit.
all of the big
pause.
Big pause. That was you ain't have to say that.
Big, real big. House real big, car real big, money real big, everything real big. You remember that song?
Hey, you missed the most important, real big. Belly real big.
Nigga said dick real big. Manny Fresh and his
bro,
dick.
But you just
How long was that verse? How many minutes was it?
Yeah, but it's
a lot of pauses in that shit.
Man, that's a pause for verse. But it's beauty in being yourself, and that's what I hope we can accomplish as acquiring us. Like, man, I would like if you say you can get 1 million views if you do this type of content, or you can just stay at 30,000 if y'all stay yourself. Give me the 30,000.
But 30,000 will turn into 30,000 will turn into 1 million. 30 or
now
close to 1 million.
It's gonna be a slow million.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. I was talking to Mario, bro. You know what I'm saying, before we had the conference call, and I was telling him, man, Nip said one of them shit stuck with me, and he said the only difference between him and other rappers, he never quit.
I never quit.
He ain't never quit.
He said he been through every emotion. The same emotion that to make you quit, he been through it. He just ain't quit.
Yeah, that's the only thing, bro.
And that's the beautiful part, because we quit. Quit. Nigga, well, not quit.
We ain't quit. We took hiatus.
Corona fucked us up.
Yeah.
That's why I got to give you major props, because you really you wanted to quit, and you probably took a hiatus.
A humbling experience is when you upload your heart. Like, people got to understand, bro. Every upload is an emotional upload.
It's like rap or music in general.
Because it's art. Like, we put our all into it, and then you upload it.
I don't really put my all into it.
Views.
I don't put my all into it, but when we get enough views and enough viewers, and then that's when I put my all into it. And back to the thing when he said he don't mind being broke, I mind being broke. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, who else out there? All y'all who wanna? Hey man, shit. Showtime.
Right.
Hey man.
Everybody.
We're not gonna give y'all everything, but we
right. But
give y'all a little something.
But it's like, damn. And then now we got wives, we got kids. Yeah. So it's not just us. Yeah. So that's the hard part. If it was just me, I'll fuck all this shit up and just do crazy ass. But it's like, damn, let me not do that, because I don't want to embarrass my children. I don't want to embarrass my old lady. So it's just like when you put your all into that upload, and then you like, damn, this shit is gold. And that shit get 13 views.
Some of that shit slap.
Hey man, fuck you, hey bro. Them views are humbling, but it's just I told you in the DMs, bro. It's just like the goal is not what makes you happy. The goal is what pain are you willing to endure? Because everything gonna come with pain. Everything. Jeff Bezos got pain. Warren Buffett got pain. The homeless man at the 7-Eleven got pain. But what pain are you willing to endure to get what you want?
Abby got pain.
Abby
he don't have legs.
He ain't got no feet.
He can't stand up, but we don't care about his pain because he be trying to control women and Hispanic people and black people.
Yeah, but
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
He gonna say he had a Hot Wheels. This fool said he had a conference and it was no standing room.
Of course not.
Of course it's not any standing room there.
I want to push that nigga into a pool and just see what he do.
What if he starts swimming?
He won.
He beat the system.
Yeah, bro.
Cause that's you gotta think about it, bro. Like that's like Lil Nas X. What if Lil Nas X not really gay?
He won.
He won. I'm gonna start trolling. Am I too old
But
to
it's
start
not
trolling?
but it's not just trolling. It's a commitment
Shout out to 50.
It's a commitment to the character.
Yeah.
That get me.
Mm.
Are you a character? It's almost like putting that chicken suit out in front of the restaurant and you spinning that fucking sign.
But you gotta. But
like
the thing about
like, damn man.
But the thing about that chicken suit is you got a mask on covering your face. The better reference would be it's like during tax season the niggas out there spinning their sign.
Make it real creative out of it.
It's kind of like wrestling in a way. The best characters are the ones that are similar to that person's personality.
Yeah. You know?
Because it's a fine line between character and who you are. Like if I can be myself but still be, shit, bro. It's like the fucking podcast. Like niggas think that's who I am all the time. Like I ran into somebody who I knew from high school. Was like, "Hey man, love the podcast, dog. Hey, roast my nigga, dog." I'm like, I'm
Don't nobody roast
man,
nigga.
Hey,
bro, get out of there, bro.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning, fam.
Fam, I just dropped my daughter off at school.
Bro, it's stop.
Yo, let me hit y'all with 2 more questions before we head out, since it is a visual podcast and we gotta edit this shit. All right, so the question I want to hit y'all with is one of the questions. I got a second one. The second one is probably be a little harder for y'all. First one. Pause.
Got his ass back. I was waiting on it.
How do y'all get the name Acquired Nuts?
So, okay. So,
I feel like it's a play on Acquired Taste.
it is. Okay, it is. So, this is how Acquired Nuts came about.
And then when you give it to them, you got to give them the slogan.
Yeah. That's what the slogan is. The store.
Okay.
So, Acquired Nuts came out to be like, I'm a beer drinker.
Okay.
Right. So they call beer an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm.
But when you remember your first beer?
No.
Okay. I remember my first beer was a Rolling Rock.
I remember my first beer.
What was your first beer?
It was a what did you call it?
Bud Light.
No, it was a Brock.
A Brock, yeah, one of them Brocks.
Them ones right there.
So when you drink your first beer, your face squinch up, right? You go, damn man, this is the worst shit ever.
True.
But the more beer you drink, the more tolerance you build up. Mm-hmm. So that's an acquired taste. They call beer an acquired taste. Mm-hmm. Beer is just, I've drank so much of this, I like it. Even though it's terrible. No one can say beer tastes wonderful.
Right.
Beer tastes terrible, but we love it because we built that tolerance up. So acquired nuts is when sometimes life is gonna give you shit that's gonna make your face make that beer face. Mm-hmm. But you don't build you build a tolerance. Mm-hmm. So don't acquire the taste.
Acquire the nuts.
Acquire the nuts. That's it. That's all acquired nuts is going through shit that make your face squinch up. But when you see a motherfucker who been through some terrible shit, right, and you see him still going through it, and he done been through it, you like, damn, bro, how you been through that shit, bro? My nuts have been acquired, fam. That's it. So that's acquired nuts, man. Okay. It's building your tolerance through life.
Through the adversity.
Through the adversity, yeah.
Damn.
I bet nobody else podcast meaning that deep.
Right. That's it. It's a deep meaning, but when you look at it, it's kind of goofy. Yeah. But it means something, bro. Like
honest, swear to God, I didn't know the fucking meaning,
like
but
our original logo would throw you off, right? It was the nuts with the glasses on.
With the
but
the shades on.
Yeah, but what it make you do? It make, hey man, I want to click on this. Like, what is this? Well, I want to hear what they talking about.
Yeah. So that's it. Acquiring nuts is just building your fucking face through, like building your nuts to get through the. Hey man, I don't give a fuck what it is. We gonna get through it, nigga, and we gonna keep that fucking stern face, and we gonna build that taste. So somebody be like, hey man, y'all ain't shit, bro.
Okay.
Nuts have been acquired, dog. And y'all podcast ain't gonna, hey, I don't like this. Y'all want this money, we ain't gonna give you that money. Nuts have been acquired. We don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Go across the street.
Nuts have been acquired, dog. So now I get to drink the strongest beer. You can give me the strongest beer, nigga. I'm gonna make the same face if I drink a regular beer.
Facts.
So that's the deep meaning.
Mike Hard lemonade or some shit.
Don't matter.
All that shit the same.
Damn,
Don't matter. I don't think I'll never explain it.
No?
Not on camera.
Oh, shit.
But yeah. Appreciate you.
Nah, shit, I appreciate you giving that to us. All right, so the next question before we end this initial episode to this series. So the series is called All Empathy Aside, right? Now,
I like it, bro.
people going to be watching and thinking we just ruthless in here. But no, because we're removing the empathy and we're putting it aside, what is one thing that y'all think y'all can improve from an empathy perspective?
Define empathy first before. Well, I got a dictionary on my phone.
Dictionary.com.
So just in case people don't understand what empathy. Yeah. So dictionary.com.
I like people who got dictionary.com on their phone.
Damn, you actually got the app?
Yeah, I
I
got
fuck
it.
with that shit.
So
I used
empathy.
to have a word of the day.
So
at work.
empathy means the psychological identification with or vicarious experiencing of the feelings, thoughts, or attitudes of others. Second definition is the imaginative ascribing to an object as a natural object or a work of art, feelings or attitudes present in of oneself. So it's basically the psychological identification of experiencing feelings
Of others.
of others, right?
So I mean, it's an easy question to say, but it's a thoughtful question, an answer to come out with.
Question one more time. What's the question?
What's one thing from an empathetic perspective that you think you can improve on? That you probably feel like, damn, I actually don't give a fuck about this.
People.
People.
Fucking, I hate people. I'm a people person who hates people. That shit make sense?
It makes sense.
People,
especially in the pandemic now.
Nah, even
more.
Hey man,
it heightens it, I guess.
6 feet. Bag back, give me 60 feet. Or whatever that nigga said. But my thing is, like, I'm a people person who I hate people. Because when I look at in the grand scheme of things, I look at not only the country, but I'm big on like Mother Nature itself. Like we are the disease. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. That's my outlook on people. Is I think I could be more empathetic towards people in general, just because a lot of people go through the same shit that I go through. Right. And doing this podcast has made me understand that more. Like, there's people out there who the same stuff we talk about, they go through that. So that would be my biggest thing. Like, people. I have to be more heartfelt towards what people are going through. Because sometimes people will be like, I'm going through this. And I'd be like, me too. Get in the fucking line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just growing that hard shell of life. You know what I'm saying? It's life. Like, that's who will make it in life. The stronger you are, the further you'll go. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. So some stuff I see now that I went through that other people are going through, I might not empathize with them or sympathize with them because I went through it and I got through it. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be my probably top thing. It's just people in general.
Mine is being more empathetic towards people who don't have the same views as me, which is a lot more easier said than done. Because normally when someone disagrees with you and they have a different view than you, whether it's religious views or even racial views or whatever, we can go, hey man, whatever. But your whatever is dismissive. So my whatever is not, I try not to be dismissive, I try to be understanding. And so, but what trying to be understanding is, it's a burden. because it's a lot of people who don't feel like me. Well, okay, so for instance,
We talked about that in the podcast
yeah.
about the vaccine.
The vaccine, yeah.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's like I embrace all brown people. A lot of black and brown don't see eye to eye on a lot of issues. But I'm looking at it like, man, if we have a lot more in common than we think we do, we just never sat down and think about it. My wife, for instance, like she did a presentation at work about Hispanic Heritage Month, and she was like, so she made it super uncomfortable. Right. Because she was like, there is no brown history without black history. So it started with slavery. The presentation that she did was just on tequila. But she went all the way back to slavery days about the slave trade. Slaves produced this, they harvested this, and this became what you know it is today. And everybody was like, come on, man, what you doing? But she like, hey, man, this is what it is.
Bro,
like it or love it, this is what it is.
You can't have growth without being uncomfortable.
The only difference between black and so brown is just black with a little more milk in it. That's it. And
Say that one more time.
Brown people are just black people with extra milk. It just depending on the degree of milk.
The creamer.
Yeah, the creamer.
I like that.
Yeah, a little pumpkin spice in there. That's it. So
episode 9, right?
So right, yeah, pumpkin spice. But see, but the thing is, it's not just stopping at brown people; it's also stopping at white people. I mean, also including white people. White people who I don't understand. Let me empathize with you, right? So a black person did break into your car, or you were a waitress, and you have never been tipped by a black person ever, which is why you like niggas just don't tip. So when a waitress be like niggas don't tip, I be like, okay, you kind of got a point. Like,
Sometimes
it's racist. We don't tip.
Yeah,
but
overall,
it's just, right. But so empathy with me, man, it's embracing everybody's differences, and which is a burden because I sound stupid sometimes. Like black people look at me like, hey man, we got our own fight. How you fighting with them? With the trans or the gays or the brown or the women? I'm like, bro, to me, it's all the same fight. So
but it's very nuanced when you start having that conversation about it being all the same fight. Of course, it's all the same fight, but we don't all live that same exact.
The same life.
So that's
the twist. Yeah. You drove to my neighborhood, bro. Like my daughter's school is across the street. If I was really down for the cause, I could have stayed in the south side of town and put it in the hood. But I don't want to do that to her. I want to put her in the best situation I could possibly think of. Right. So it's empathy, man. It's a slippery slope, but you just stay in it, bro. I do it out of love. It's all out of love, man. I don't do shit out of malice. I don't have no malice for nobody.
I think with empathy, like it depends on the person. Like you said, it's a slippery slope. Everybody's gonna feel a different way.
Because empathy will kill you.
Yeah, it will.
It'll make you lonely too.
It'll put you behind in life.
Yeah. It'll
put you behind in life. Having too much empathy will put you in behind. You have to have some sort of dog in you. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have sometimes you gotta look at people.
Dog for empathy.
Sometimes you gotta look at people and be like, hey.
You can't come on.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Hey, you can't come. You too weak, nigga. I can see already, bro. You too weak.
I don't want. This is my thing with my friends and the people. I don't want to be. I'm not gonna say I don't want to be friends. People who, if you ain't been through shit, don't come to me. Like you have to have been through shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you know how I feel about the LGBT struggle. Yeah. I'm very empathetic to it because I kind of connected to the black struggle and the brown struggle.
A struggle is a struggle, bro. Only thing different about your struggle and somebody else's struggle is where is the vicinity is in. Exactly. It's the only thing. That's the only thing. But
you know how many people don't fuck with us or fuck with me just because I'm like, hey man, leave the gay people alone, bro. Like they chill out, because people don't fuck with that. Or like black people like, hey man, you cut too much for brown people. Or brown people like, hey man, you cut too much for black people. Now I got a black fist around my neck. Yeah. But I'm still like, hey man, he got a episodio once, nigga. We in there, bro.
That nigga got Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, bro. Hey man, empathy is complicated, bro.
It's
complicated, man.
Hey man, but as humans, bro, you never stop learning. You never empathy is one of them things that never stops growing. Like it's living. Empathy is living.
So that's why I say I'm average intellectually. Some people be like, hey man, you smart as fuck. Some people be like, hey man, I want to be.
But you're not Stephen Hawking.
No, I feel like it's always room to learn from
Stephen Hawking ain't really like that though.
That's true. That's facts. Hey man,
he ain't really like that.
It's crazy. I got to the point because for me, from the empathy side, that's why I named it All Empathy Aside.
Yeah.
Because like we got on this podcast and shooting the shit. Right?
But at the end.
Well,
it comes back to,
But for me, the one thing I feel I can improve from an empathetic perspective is being more empathetic to someone's minor struggles.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I grew up, my mom passed when I was 9. She had cancer. Yeah. So at the age of like 10 and 9, when people complaining about, little shit, not life and death shit, I could never fucking relate. Never. So then I grew up with a bunch of kids that never felt what the fuck I felt at the age of 9. I felt so disconnected from them. I could never fucking relate to them. Until I got older, started seeing more shit, being part of the hood or whatever the case may be. Then others started to have those same experiences. And I was like, oh shit, let me gravitate towards them. Yeah. They need help. Let me help them because I've been through this since I was 9. Right. And so I could, for me, is being more empathetic to those who have minor struggles because they probably have never experienced a real difficult life and death struggle.
And life is one of those things, bro. I always look at life as like its own. Life is life. It's ongoing. Mm-hmm. You have to live to experience certain shit. You know what I'm saying? You might not you experience losing your mother at an early age. How old?
9.
How old were you, Jay?
28.
So that's a big difference, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you
and then I lost my father at 16. You lost yours at
just recently, 32.
And when you lose people who you really close to, like that's the one thing. This is the one thing that bothers me. I mean, we had the talk last week on the pod, and we said one thing we want to leave in 2021.
2021, right.
Stop telling hurt people that the shit gonna be all right. Mm-hmm. Let that person grieve. Right. Like when you lost your pops, the first thing I told you, bro, is grieve, bro. Mm-hmm. Don't hold on to that shit. If you gotta cry, you gotta cry. Mm-hmm. It's just, it don't get easy. It never gets better. It only gets easier to accept that it happened.
Time. Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing.
So this is what I've learned is people who have a this might be not controversial, but it might be disagreeable. But people who have who try to keep a constant positive outlook in life, you cheating yourself. Because everything ain't positive. Sometimes, because positive's like, hey man, it's all right. I'm gonna get through it. Hey man, sometimes you gotta pull that shit aside and be like, hey man, it's not all right, nigga. I'm hurting. Right. I'm hurting, and it's okay for me to hurt. So it's not, everything ain't always the glass half full. Sometimes you gotta look at that bitch as half empty and figure the problem out.
And I'm a glass half full type of person.
And I'm a half empty type person.
But I understand.
Pockets empty.
Exactly.
My pockets ain't half full.
Pockets bare.
So, but it's just more of like, I like to look at shit from a negative perspective to try to solve it. Mm-hmm. And some people try to look at it as a half full to kind of to make themselves feel better. And see, but making yourself feel better, sometimes you're lying to yourself.
And this the thing when you say it like that from somebody who look at that shit as half full. Right. You looking at that shit like it can't get no worse. Mm. Yeah, it's already bad. Right. Like I done been through, bro. As a kid, I went through major shit. It's like, bro, it only can go up from here. Right. So somebody who look at it from like their perspective, like I always try to look at it from is just
it's how you look at it. Yeah, the looking glass, nigga. Who's looking at this fucking glass and how you looking at it? That's it, bro.
Is this glass right now?
That shit, hey man, you need some more goddamn.
Don't pour that shit. Don't pour that shit. Don't you do it. Don't put that Ciroc.
That shit is quarter empty. But it's for again, just going back, man. I'm not a super positive person because I feel like sometimes I'm lying to myself, and when I lie to myself, I ain't getting shit done. And I like, hey man, you great, you smart, You ain't smart. They just dumb. Sometimes like, hey man, you dumb.
Nah, but you
Let me
know
learn.
what? But it's like
I got a bookshelf full of books. All of the motherfuckers I've read. Every book in there I've read.
Hey,
I need to read more.
You can still be well read and still be
dumb as fuck. Yeah.
But this is my thing. Like I equate life to sports a lot, bro. What is it like going through the playoffs? Did they always say this? Don't get too high. Don't get too low.
Stay in the middle.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's the middle is.
Ain't nothing wrong with the middle.
Acquiring us, bro.
Hey,
it's acquiring middle, nigga. We ain't getting too high. We ain't getting too low, nigga. We in the middle, nigga.
That shit like Squid Game.
This is a topic that I was thinking about for myself. Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer was a king of the middle. If you think about sports, high school is low, college is middle, the pros is the pinnacle. Urban Meyer was a king of the middle. And now he in the top, and he miserable. Hey man, sometimes it's cool to be king of the middle, nigga. Fucking Nick Saban was a king of the middle. He won a championship at LSU, went to goddamn the pros, Miami, and sucked. And came back down like, nigga, the middle is, hey man, sometimes you gotta know yourself, bro. I'm good as fuck in the middle. I ain't gotta go up there at the top, bro. Let fucking Bill Belichick and goddamn Jim Harbaugh have that shit. I want to be in the middle, cause when you in the middle, nigga, you get your own sandwich. You get your own food. You ain't gotta pay for a cup of coffee in your life when you in the middle. You go co-ed.
That upper middle.
That upper middle
ain't to be fucked with. It's slept on. That upper middle slept on.
Hey man, when you in that upper middle, dog. The upper middle might be where it's at.
I'm trying to.
You rather be in the upper middle or the lower top.
So when we talk about the podcast and where we envision ourselves, I always tell him I want to be Lil Duval. Like he not too big. He still say what he want to say. He support what he want to support, and it's like it's Lil Duval. The people up here ain't looking at Lil. Man, he ain't shit. But the people down's like
looking at, hey, that's Lil Duval.
That's
Duval.
Yeah, and that's
real shit though.
Like I don't want the fame, bro. Like I just want people to understand when we turn that camera on, like the stuff that we talking about is relatable to everyday life.
And that's
whether
the thing,
you
man.
black, white, brown,
don't matter,
yellow, whatever.
And I attribute it to comedy. To me, when the camera on, I'm on the comedy stage. But I've quit comedy because when I feel like I'm good at it, or when hundreds of people tell me I'm good at it, that's all I need. I don't need the checks, but it's also like, how good are you? How good are you, right? So it's kind of just like, it's my struggle is always internal, because it's just like, when I feel like shit is good, I can go to sleep.
Yeah.
But how good is my good? Is my good your good? Is my good your good? That's my brother, but his good ain't my good. So it's just like, the podcast keeps me here.
That's why that shit even us out.
Yeah.
It's two different outlooks on it.
Because I can't fail my brother. Now, when I'm by myself on that comedy stage, it's just me.
Right.
I can fail all I want, but on the podcast, it's me and him.
Yeah.
And then when it's him, it's his kids.
I can't walk. We're not gonna walk out on each other.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like the Joe Budden and goddamn Rory and Maul situation. Hey man, you want to see the books? Hey, you can see the books every goddamn.
Ain't no books.
Hey,
this shit, bro.
You want to see the books, though. Hey. But it's also like Hov used to say, like, when you rich, when you broke, nigga, shit was good. But when you rich, that's when you find out who you really are. Yeah. So it's just like, hey man, if I gotta find out who I am if I'm rich, nigga, fuck that shit.
That shit.
Just don't date Jay-Z each other. That's all I ask. All right. So let's go ahead and let's end this episode. All right. So I've had the pleasure to do basically a live podcast on my initial series.
This like a therapy couch.
Was it?
It was a sit down.
Oh shit.
Real sit down.
I'll take that.
You know, people don't come when we have people on here. They don't really ask questions. It's more like they follow our.
Right. Now that's I wanted to put you on a different lane.
What
for the TGK channel, you know.
What Push said on that Saha album when Push was like, hey, I like you left the drums off this shit.
Because it's more conversation.
This is a conversation.
Yeah, more conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so if y'all want to let the people know where the hell to find your podcast on Spotify and YouTube.
Hey man, go to IG. We most active on IG.
Hey, you
Acquired Nuts.
We
just search Acquired Nuts.
I'll put everything in the description for y'all.
Please, because
So their shit'll be in the description.
At this point, Tremana and goddamn Ciroc
We still new as
isn't
fuck,
able
bro.
to.
But you got this. What I want y'all to understand about Acquired Nuts. We always like 6 months behind what we supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So now we IG and we kind of active on Twitter.
I mean, when you talk about the middle, you're not lying when you talk about Dean Malenko being.
Dean Malenko.
Damn.
Shout
Man
out
of
to
a
Dean
thousand
Malenko.
hoes.
That
I make
Dean
my old lady call
Malenko
me
was
Dean Malenko, nigga.
Dean Malenko is the man. And if you gonna be Dean Malenko, I'm probably gonna be Bret Hart, the best there is, the best there was. And
You
the
know why
best-
I respect Dean Malenko? So I bought plenty of shit on IG just because of goddamn cookies. And then when they sending me the shit, they should say Dean Malenko. I'm like, why the fuck y'all say Dean Malenko? But I'm like, that's my name. The man of a thousand hoes. But Dean Malenko was like, he was the shit in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't win he probably won with like a TV title.
Watch this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying Dean Malenko was the shit, bro.
There's a storyline that I can
So if you respect Dean Malenko, how much do you respect?
My nigga, dog. He was my favorite.
Shout out to and they
Hey man, sometimes you gotta put your kids in and let them have it, dog. Hey, I don't blame him.
Let them have it.
Yeah, you gotta let him have it.
Full on.
I don't blame him. I blame the goddamn system. My nigga, dog.
Bro,
He was one of my favorites,
We
dog.
probably have to cut this part out, but
Yeah.
beep it out. Hey, beep the name out.
Yeah.
Don't cut it out, but beep the name out. When we say, hey, just make sure you beep that shit out.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Hey, Steiner recliner. Just start throwing words out there.
Ah, shit.
Coup de grace.
I wish there was like a unfiltered place we could put that shit at.
It'll never.
It'll probably go on Instagram or Twitter. It'll go on Twitter. It's safe there.
Twitter is probably the most unfiltered you can put it at, but it's, Twitter will get your ass out of there quick, too.
No, years later though.
I'm gonna put the Acquired Nuts information in the description below. You can catch him on Twitter and you can catch them on Instagram as well. Make sure to check out their shit, man. It's really good. It's literally something you can't find every day. People that come from a neighborhood as Monroe that moved to Dallas and they created a podcast. You just can't find that shit every day, man. Anyway, it's been your boy TGK here with Acquired Nuts.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
And we out.
Ronald Reagan, peace signs.
You in her DM, I'm in her mouth, we not the same. Flipping the funk, the heat, the fire, got the flame. Came with the gift, the gab, and blessed with lots of game. Niggas be mad at me, they know I'm not to blame. You in her DM, I'm in her mouth, we not the same.